Having some difficulty finding time to do work and so on. So how's that going?
Still, it's like kids are screaming because they want me to put them to bed, and just like dragging them. Like literally, Tim is like, "Come here right now!" And my daughter's standing right here, and I'm like, "Mommy has to work." So I think last week maybe the last 2 weeks I was just I think stressed, and the stress came from the frustration of just not being able to make progress at the pace that I would like to. So then, I kind of took just some time to think about it. And it's just the reality of where we are in life, and it is what it is. I started with your advice of doing making my list of 3 things. I'm a list maker, so that was no problem.
I do the same thing. I beat myself up a lot of times, and I say now's not a good time, or I've taken on too much, or I'm not good enough, or whatever the insecurities are. And then when I find myself in those insecurities, and it's helpful to have Erica here, and maybe you and Tim can work on this together, one of us will stop the other one out and redirect it and say, well, what are we grateful for, or what positive acknowledgements can we talk about? Instead of talking about the fear and the negativity, what's the good that comes out of this? We have power, but we don't have the Wi-Fi.
Hi, is the Wi-Fi here?
It just came back up.
Awesome. Actually, it just came back on, so don't even bother. We're good. Thank you so much. All right, bye-bye.
So Afghan Nebraska.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Hey.
It's all fun and games here in the third world. In any event, I'm sorry if you guys were in the middle of something, go ahead and finish, but otherwise I'd love to get back to Catherine.
Well, and I was telling them I may be losing power soon, so hopefully, sound familiar? I hopefully I'll last as long as possible.
Okay.
But yeah, so where were we at?
I was
Oh,
just
the air
asking,
conditioner.
yeah, you were fixing the air conditioners and then you're going to list it for sale. Good morning, friends. Today is a busy day yet again. We've got right here on our very handy dandy top technology calendar system, 10 a.m. team call, 11 a.m. call with one of the best quantitative people I know in the industry right after. Then we have a 2:30 with the designer, decorator who actually built this place. We're going to share with her our ideas and gain from her ideas for the little boutique hotel, and then also our villa. Just walk over there. And then we're trying to figure out whether we're going to do a 5 o'clock yoga session or not. But I don't know that I can, because I have a 6 o'clock inner circle call and then 7 o'clock calls with my Mastermind team. So I'm really excited about all of those. These are our very first ones, and they're going to be super exciting and move the needle. So that's the day. And then in between, Charles and I are going to capture some YouTube videos. Eric and I will do the boutique hotel tour, walking tour. So we have tons to do, not a lot of time. We're going to be starting, stopping, breaking down, moving on the go, getting ready to do it. I'm a little bit under the weather, sorry for the congestion, but we're going to take care of that right now. This is fresh squeezed OJ. Charles, you want to capture some of the B-roll when this thing is in action, because it's just unbelievable. The oranges don't look pretty, but they're juicing oranges, and it's just amazing here. Of course, a little bit of the local coffee too, which is just the best. Friends, we're about to eat a typical Tico breakfast. Ticos are what Costa Ricans are affectionately known as, so I am a Tico, having been born and raised here. And this is the traditional breakfast. So the first thing you need to do is start off with a hot cup of Joe, local grown, unbelievable, world-class Costa Rican coffee. Love it, can't get enough of it. This is started as a very traditional, I guess, peasant sort of fare, rice and beans. For those of you that don't know, rice and beans are very inexpensive, and they also provide all the amino acids necessary for protein. So it's a poor man's protein. So the traditional breakfast here in Costa Rica is rice and beans, really inexpensive, with a couple of local eggs that you get from the chickens or whatever. This brown sauce here is very delicious. It's called salsa Lizano. It's got a bunch of different herbs and flavors and spices, and you put that on it. And then I'm a huge advocate and lover of very spicy food, so here's the local homemade hot sauce. Now I skip what's known as natilla, which is kind of like a sour creamish thing. I skip that for health reasons. And I also skip the local grown cheese, farm fresh, delicious. Doesn't have a lot of flavor, and I'm trying to avoid dairy and such, so I skip that. And then we've got local plantains. Now, here's the trick. When you guys come to Costa Rica, if you want to be totally Tico and not a tourist, you have to do this kind of messy thing. So you go like this, friends. Just like this. You make a big mess of it. The messier the better. You do it like that. There's no right or wrong. Don't be scared. Don't be intimidated. We love everyone down here. You just go like that. You got the hot sauce, the Lizano. It's all mush. Then, this is the key thing. The taste test. Let's see. For the win. I wish you guys could taste this. It's so good.
Oh, I know it's hard life out here. Yes, 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 it's a hard life. Yes, it's a hard life. Oh, but you're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy.
Because the camera overheated. Turns out we have our team meeting, so we're going to take this opportunity to let the camera cool down, the talent cool down, take a team meeting, and then I have another call with somebody that we're trying to attract to the team, and then we're going to resume this, and then onward, more, más.
That's right. That's right. Plenty
Pura
more
vida.
to do today.
Pura vida.
Enjoy every second.
There you go. Let's make the call. Let's go. We're at right now, and so we're just going through a new format, a new segment that Charles wants to introduce to the audience, but it's basically like something that you would see on a cable channel where we're touring and we've got ideas, what we like.
Richard, Erica, Tim, Hardik, all you guys have been working on this for a while, so we want to make sure this is in correct alignment with where you have your vision and where you want to be going.
To encompass everything from our last call and the research I've been doing. But Short Term University is an online resource for aspiring rentalpreneurs to gain the tips, tricks, skill sets, and mindsets to build a profitable and impactful short-term rental business. Whether they're looking to build a second revenue stream, reach retirement goals, or be a prosperous entrepreneur, STR University has the dynamic frameworks and effective action plans to empower you to transform your income and quality of life.
So, is that the tagline? Is this just yeah?
Yeah, this will be the tagline, and it really helps know how to communicate and start setting a tone for the brand as well, and helping us, in a sense, kind of create a language and kind of know, okay, open the door to new possibilities. How do we create within that lens of what we do from now on?
It's going to continue to operate the way it is right now for some period of time, probably through the high season until maybe March or April. I don't like the chairs quite as much. They're just, but I think that the table's kind of interesting.
Well, or maybe, do you not like the chairs, or do you not like the...
Yeah, maybe I don't like the cushion.
And maybe leaving
The beams.
wood, it would be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or painted it all white.
Well, we might also get rid of the loft deck up there because that's for yoga, but it's pretty small.
So you're be eliminating the...
Maybe get rid of the stairs and maybe get rid of that for now.
high ceilings. They had like really high ceilings like in the middle part of. So we added like some spotlights.
Well, yeah, and it feels disjointed, right? Like the main house here has no master bedroom. There's the master bedroom. The laundry room is like in some outbuilding. Then there's this whole backyard that doesn't even have.
Feel like integrated.
It's like it's not finished, which is okay. We can finish it. Here's a little bit of an update. We just finished, I don't know, 2-hour meeting with the decorator that did the Gilded Iguana. We just ran into our architect just by chance as he's leaving. He's going to get on his ride, which is a quad, head home. We're meeting with him at 9 in the morning. So it's been a pretty long day between the team meeting and the call afterwards and the filming in the morning and the filming after, and now we're filming a little bit more, and it's only getting longer and more intense. Feeling a little bit, relaxed. So we're going to get a little bit of coffee, film some more videos, and then I'm really excited. Very first inaugural Inner Circle one-on-one call, followed by my very first mastermind call with a half dozen or so people that are participating in that. We've got a game plan and an agenda designed with intent and purpose to move them forward and quickly hold each other accountable. There's a smile, right? Like lives are changing. It's
amazing.
It's here and it's upon us, and I'm super excited. And so we're just gonna have a little bit of coffee. We're gonna get out to the beach. Maybe we'll do a gratitude exercise.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and then come back here, get our Inner Circle mastermind calls on, and then we're gonna go do Taco Tuesday at a really great place, El Chivo. If you ever come down here, you gotta come. Charles, make sure you bring your camera and some batteries because the place is super cool. If you just saw those lights go out and they came back on, welcome to the third world. Like electricity goes in and out all the time. But that's what's going on here. I would say,
amazing day.
I would say very impressed with the interior designer that we just met with.
Yes.
The before and after photos, as well as some of the other projects that they've worked on here in Nosara and in San Jose. Costa Rica has come a long way from when I lived here as a child. You would never see any of the design elements that we're now using. They designed and manufactured a lot of the furniture and a lot of the furnishings and the wallpaper and the tile design. I mean, it's just really, really impressive and world class. And so,
honestly, may I add something?
Of course.
I think it's so cool because just about every single person that we have interacted with today on a professional level and on a personal level has been exceptional. I mean, really, we have been in contact with greatness. I mean, from our branding meeting to our team meeting to, the interior designer running into our architect. I mean, and even so much as the customer service here at the hotel. I mean, making our dinner reservation. I mean, anything we need, any ask, they deliver on.
And I think an important thing for the audience watching this is they're not doing it because we're paying them. They're not doing it because we're offering them more money. They're not doing it because they see dollar signs and long vision and they're trying to, they're doing it with an open heart and with intent and a passion. They're doing it because of the relationships that we've developed and established and the way that we comport ourselves and what our vision is for the future here. And so people, you want to be a magnet, right? You want to attract the right people you want to pull people into your circle. You want to grow them, you want to influence them, you want to give them more than you take from them. And then it's a beautiful thing. It's a life of abundance. We're not calling people and begging them to come do work for us. And by the way, this place is thriving, right? There's potholes and dirt and so on. But don't be misled. There's multi-million-dollar homes. We've filmed some tours of them. We're doing some more tomorrow. There's so much construction here. People can pick and choose who they work for, what they charge, and so on and so forth. And because of the relationships that we've cultivated, the way that we've been referred and recommended, the way that we have a vision for the future, the way that we handle ourselves, we're attracting the right people. We're pulling the right tribe to work with us. And we're building long-term relationships. We're going to be here for decades, and we're going to be working with these same people for decades. And I think they know that, right? So it's not transactional.
And I think that passion attracts passion.
Right. So in any event, the coffee's on its way. We're going to drink that. Then we're going out to the beach. We're going to film some more videos. I think Charles is going to get some B-roll of the Inner Circle call and the Mastermind call and Taco Tuesday, and we're just it's
Going
lit
for
here.
it.
It's lit.
Going for it. Pura vida.
There you go. So Charles, I just really wanted to get out here and look at the sunset, and the kids playing with the kites and the surfers and the waves, and it's just so magnificent. It's like the backyard. You have to check it out. And what's crazy right now is thunder's moving in, it's lightning, there's storm clouds over there, Charles. You probably want to get that because it's dramatic and gray, and it's happening. We're here in the rainy season in the jungle, but it's beautiful and sunny over here, and we've got these phone calls, and I just needed to come out here and share this sunset with you, Erica, and with you, Charles, and all these wonderful people that are taking a moment to celebrate and relax and enjoy, and gozando is what we call it down here in Costa Rica, gozando, enjoying. Wow, so that was amazing. We just had some Inner Circle calls and Mastermind calls, and everything that I believe to be true is just proven out, right? And it's really helpful to have this Inner Circle and Mastermind groups to prove it out. So what am I thinking right now? The first thing I would say is I had people that said they're only on VRBO and they hate Airbnb, and they gave me all their reasons. And then I had people, the very next people say, I'm only on Airbnb and I hate VRBO. And so what that proves to me is that this is all just self-limiting beliefs, right? Like these entrepreneurs have been led to believe a certain thing, and then they just believe it, and they don't test that hypothesis very often, and so they're limiting their businesses. We overcame hurdles and obstacles, again, self-limiting beliefs about, you know, accepting mediocrity in the cleaning and hurting their business. And, you know, I had to really break it down and say, look, you're actually taking food out of your kid's mouth by supporting this inadequate and improper cleaning team, and we're going to solve that, and here's how we're going to do it. And I had to hold people accountable, and some of the individuals had issues with finances and bookkeeping and paying taxes, and so they don't know their rate of returns. And one of the most important findings I had after this first call was the following. I think 3 or 4 of the entrepreneurs all admitted that they were most successful with their first location, and then they expanded geographically due to proximity to a second one, and some 3 and some 4, all within the same area. But in each entrepreneur's case, the second and third and fourth investments in the same geography were less lucrative than their first one. And so what that means to me is picking in the exact same location due to proximity and or convenience isn't working. The rate of return is going lower. So why not go pick the first one in a different state, in a different country, in a different region, and have that be a superior rate of return than an inferior third one that's close to you. And so a lot of the things that I've been teaching, and I believe inherently that are true, are being proven out to these individuals and these entrepreneurs, not by Richard teaching it, but by them saying it out loud, and then somebody else dispelling that, and then me pointing out that it's a self-limiting belief and it doesn't have to be true, and that the only thing that is true is the truth and not their point of view. And so it's really rewarding and encouraging, and I'm super excited. We move the needle in every single case, and we're just getting started. We have long-term goals, we have short-term goals, we have deadlines. I'm expecting emails and updates as early as tomorrow, and we're just getting started. I'm super excited. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, entrepreneurs. And it's Taco Tuesday. I'm about to throw down seared tuna with a little bit of fresh coleslaw, and that's going to be good. And that's the deal. That's where we are in the evening, Taco Tuesday. That's about to happen. We got a big day tomorrow, right? We do. Several house tours, several appointments, architects, contractors, meetings, some videos to record, recording the podcast for the first time.
Woo! Go team.
For the win.
For the win.
So can't wait to see you guys there. Have a wonderful night. Hey friends, I hope you found this video helpful. YouTube has been such a blessing for me because it's allowed me to educate and inspire hundreds of thousands of short-term rental hosts just like you. If you haven't noticed, I have hundreds of videos on my YouTube channel teaching Airbnb hosts a plethora of do's and don'ts. But when you're just starting out, it can be extremely overwhelming. You're probably thinking, what exactly do I do? Or like, where do I start? Well, if that's the case, I have a shortcut for you, and it's a sweet deal. For a very limited time, I'm giving away free access to an exclusive training video where I teach you the most important part of running any Airbnb business, no matter how big or small. The things you'll learn in this training are not available on my YouTube channel. In fact, it's a critical segment of my flagship course that sells for over $2,000. So if you want exclusive access to this training today, so you can block out the noise and get clear on what's the most important for you in your Airbnb business, then click on the button on this video, or visit str.university/training. Again, that's str.university/training. Remember, this is a part of my flagship $2,000 course, and it won't be available for much longer. Simply click the button below to claim it for free right now.